Now, though, for our furry friends to take center stage, we know that cats are pretty good at taking care of their own upkeep when it comes to grooming. Although around this time of the year, the hairballs do start to increase as the coats thicken, and we know that cats don't really like to be forced to do anything. So now we've got some grooming tips that are going to make them a little bit more compliant so you can keep them in their best shape for winter.
As you know, most cats keep their coats fastidiously clean through constant licking and grooming. Well, no surprise, that means that they ingest a lot of hair. But did you know that according to a recent study that reports that's been released, it's estimated that cats ingest up to 170 grams of their fur per year. And when you think about how little a handful of cat hair actually weighs, it's very clear what a large quantity that is. Now, we welcome to our Espresso studios a nutrition advisor for Hills Pet Nutrition, Mareike and her two beautiful cats. I believe I'm holding Pixie, and that's a little fairy over there.
Yes, that's right. Thank you for having us.
You know what? It's great having you in studio. And when you think of your pet owners of cats, what are some of the things they need to look out for when it comes to fur balls?
Well, I think the most obvious thing that they will see is some vomiting, which could include some hair clumps or maybe not. And you'll see some retching and gagging. Some more serious symptoms could include some constipation and things like that. So yes, you'll see some of those.
Now, I know that these cats, they've got a long coat. Does that affect the amount of hairballs?
Well, obviously, the longer the hair, the more likely you are to, the more likely you are to see some hairballs around in the house. However, it's not uncommon for short-haired cats to have hairballs as well. What happens is that while they are cleaning themselves and grooming, they're ingesting the hair as they go along, and that causes what we see as hairballs.
Now, apart from grooming, I know that nutrition also plays an important role. How important is nutrition for your cats?
Nutrition is always important when it comes to pets. And the interesting thing is that a poor quality, unbalanced diet, one often sees the effect long after you start feeding the product. So things that you have to watch out for is a dull, lustreless coat or excessive hair loss. There's obviously more serious things that concerns digestion, like diarrhea and vomiting, or urinary problems, and then some serious diseases can also be caused by an unbalanced diet.
Okay, so your nutrition is really, really important.
Very important.
And what other advice would you give pet parents of cats?
The most important thing is to, when you see hairballs around, is to feed them a diet that controls hairballs. So that would be, in our case, Hill's Science Plan hairball control. This diet has natural fibers that helps the hair move harmlessly through the digestive tract. It also has nutrients that are specific to skin and coat that reduces shedding. And apart from diet, grooming is incredibly important if you see hairballs. Get rid of those loose hairs and you'll be guaranteed to see less hairballs in the house.
Well, Mareike, thank you so much for joining us in studio. We'll start looking for Fairy and Pixie pretty soon, but thank you so much for that great advice for all our pet parents.
When she's healthier, she's happier, and you'll see it from her head to her tail. Give your cat the science of happy. Found in Hills, the brand recommended by vets worldwide.